Hi everyone, this is Julianne Victoria of Through the Peacock's Eyes, and this is my next deck review video for my deck tour series. So this week I am reviewing the Tarot Mucha and the Astrological Oracle cards. And both of these decks are very Art Nouveau, maybe Art Deco-y. So I like to work with them together. Now the Tarot Mucha, which is for the artist Alphonse Mucha, it might be Mucha, but I think I usually hear Mucha, so I think that's how it's pronounced. I think he was Czechoslovakian. It's a beautiful deck. So I'll just show you some of the cards. Whoops. It's the Eight of Wands. Here we have the Knight of Swords, the Four of Cups. Let's see if I show some majors of this beautiful one. The Four of Wands, Ten of Pentacles, and the Hierophant. Here's a major. So very beautiful artwork. The Chariot, and the lovely back as well. So I love the artwork. I don't like the cardstock. So the publisher is Lo Scarabeo, and there are three major tarot card publishers: Lo Scarabeo, Llewellyn, and US Games. And then there's many minor publishers out there, but those are the three big ones. And you know, each of the major publishers, they don't publish all the decks in the same cardstock and all the same. So you never know quite what you're getting. Now the cards themselves are slightly bigger than a standard tarot deck size. And the cardstock isn't necessarily thinner because I don't know how well you can tell that. It's a fairly thick deck. However, when I shuffle, I don't know if the images were printed and then glued on or what, but the edges, I don't know how well you'll see this on camera, but the edges start to separate. Contrast that against the dark background. And some of them have actually torn. Again, it's minor. I don't know how well you'll see that on camera. But the edges, it's under my finger here, the edges start to tear. So that's one thing I'm a little disappointed about. It's the only deck, I think, that has done that. So to do a good shuffle with them, it's a little difficult because I'm afraid of tearing the edges. So I actually catch myself. And also my thumbs peel the cards. Again, I don't think you can see it on camera, but like just that action is pulling away the outer layer. So I'm not sure if it's the type of paper or cardboard they used, or it is that they did it in layers and glued them together. I'm not sure why that is, but that is something I don't like about this deck. And of course it shuffles fine this way, as long as you don't crash the cards, because then it will rip. Okay, so to me it's a delicate deck, but beautiful artwork. Okay, and it is what I'm calling sort of a traditional Rider-Waite inspired deck. So here's some more cards. The Queen of Swords, the Eight of Swords, Queen of Pentacles. Oh, and one other thing I'll point out is that the major arcana doesn't have the names on it. So if you're new to tarot and you're looking for a deck, that could be a little bit challenging. Here we have the Star card, so you'll have to know the numbers of the major arcana. And here we have the Devil. It's actually a really beautiful Devil card. Okay, so that's the Tarot Mucha. And then the other deck is the Astrological Oracle cards. Again, Art Nouveau, Art Deco-y type of art. Beautiful back. And here we have Pisces. So it's just the astrological signs and the planets. So it's a very thin deck. Sagittarius, Gemini, Aries. So there's very few cards, so it's very, very thin deck. But they are kind of fun to work with. And actually, if you're interested in studying astrology and you're very new to it, and you want to kind of learn some of the symbolism of the planets and the stars, the little book that it comes with it. It looks thick, but it's in multiple languages. But it does have little descriptions that can be helpful if you're learning astrology and you just don't know any of the symbolism. You're really starting from scratch. So for example, for Pisces, it says Pisces the fish, element water, planetary ruler Neptune, motto I believe. Dreamy Pisces swims with the waters of perceptive imagination and psychic gifts, sometimes more interested in what could be than what is. Pisces may reject reality completely, turning to addictions and wishful thinking to avoid harsh situations. Strongly spiritual, Pisces can be turned back towards the world through faith and hope. So it gives a good little description of the planets, the rulers, the elements they're connected to. So it can be a very useful tool for learning astrology. But I did just get it because it seemed like a fun little deck, and if I wanted to like kind of bring astrology into, or use cards to look at astrology, that's why I got it. I actually don't use it a whole lot, but it is a fun deck and it is beautiful artwork. Let's see, here's Virgo, Saturn. So beautiful depiction, and it goes well with the artwork of the Tarot Mucha deck. Okay, so that's my next deck tour review video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. Thanks for stopping by. Do subscribe and check out the weekly for this week of June 17th, 2018, where I did a reading with these two decks. All right, thanks everyone.